Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase. More sneak peeks at the Hot Wheels convention. I'm starting with something that's already out. We'll talk about it because we've got Rob Matthes with us today. Rob, how are you?
I'm great. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic. Well, I'm doing fantastic. I can't speak for everyone else. I hope they're doing fantastic as well.
You're all doing great.
Yes, that's for sure. This is the second time we've done it. We were able to pull you aside back in February, and you gave us a great preview on F1. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But we got a few things. I mean, you are right now, your main job, and we had an introduction, Rob. You've been around a long time. You kind of left for a little bit. You've been back with Mattel for a little bit as well, too, and you've got the savvy veteran vibe.
Okay, I'll take it.
Take it for however it's worth. But your main project is F1.
Yes.
But you're dabbling in other things as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a little bit all over the place.
Do you like it that way?
I do. Yeah. I like to keep busy and with different things.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to start here, because you're doing a little bit of basic. We'll show some of that stuff. Obviously premium. I think I can go over some things. But one of your designs has created a ton of buzz right now. Team Transport, this mix of Team Transport with the Ferrari is just hitting right now. And based on the response from the showcase that I did of these and from what I'm seeing here at the convention, there is a lot of talk, and we already talked to Ron about the 250 GTO that he designed, but you designed the hauler.
Yes.
And I want to give the hauler its due because I think this thing is special. We also put one of your basic designs, two colors, obviously, one of your basic designs. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just remove the Ferraris for just a second, and I want, even though this is out and we're doing sneak peeks, I want you to talk us through this hauler that you've created, if you don't mind, because it's fabulous.
Okay. Well, this is the Bartoletti Fiat Bartoletti transporter. So this was
you can pick it up if you want.
This was custom made for the Ferrari team. It's a Fiat, actually a converted bus chassis that was custom built for the Ferrari race team.
Oh, it looks like a bus, but I didn't realize it was a total custom bus chassis.
And it holds 3 vehicles, so 2 on the roof and 1 in the back. So this was used by the factory sports car team and the Formula One team for quite a few years. I want to say like from the late 50s until the late 60s, like at least 10 years. This transporter was used in various capacities for the Ferrari racing teams. And so it's an iconic thing. There are a couple of them that are known to exist still, and they go for a ton of money at auction.
Really?
And we really, and our relationship, we're ramping up our relationship with Ferrari now. So it was a good time to get into some of these historically significant vehicles that not a lot of people know about, and time to give them their due. And
I think when I first saw images of this, of the Hot Wheels hauler, I didn't think it was real, and it was also something I was like, I don't know, the level of detail in the photos, I don't see how that's gonna, I'm not used to that level first off, with a lot of Hot Wheels, and that's not a criticism, it's just, the level of that Hot Wheels runs at. That was number one, and then number two, the fact that it is so historically significant, that it is badged Ferrari, but it is a Fiat, but that's, that's historically significant. Is there a little bit that you guys, and I know you were in charge of the design, I don't know if you were in charge of the selection, are there some details about making this that you would share about that?
Well, it was definitely a stretch for our manufacturing folks to wrap their head around. Yeah, there are a lot of interlocking parts. I believe there are 7 parts,
which is not typical
on this car,
right?
Which is not typical,
even
especially
for something,
for something this big. And we stretched the limits of how big we could go with our packaging constraints and everything. It was a push all the way around. But the result is great. The deco on it is spot on. Van did the deco on this. Yeah. And it's just it turned out great. But yeah, it was a challenge. Getting the different pieces to fit together, getting the stance we wanted, and it's a labor of love, and this I think the result speaks for itself. I think
it absolutely does, and that's what I'm saying. It was such a surprise. I mean, I think in hearing this like historically accurate, and you're doing this like a true. I mean, this on its own without a car on it is something special, right? And then I think with like the Mercedes, the Bloss Wonder, I think I'm saying that right. The the Mercedes hauler that was done, and then you can go back to like I think like the Chevy C10 hauler that was done in the Team Transport. It's exciting to see some of these. I mean, it makes sense to have some non-licensed haulers as well. You can't always pair one brand of car with another brand of hauler or anything like that. But it has been cool to see some of these, historically accurate haulers. Yeah. And this one, I think, is the pinnacle at this point. It's an absolute stunner, and I was really glad that we were going to shoot some sneak peeks with you because I did want to revisit this hauler.
And the reaction's been amazing.
I'm glad you've been able to see it because it really has been.
And people are selling these for a lot of money.
Yes, they are.
At the convention.
There's a lot.
Like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And Ron knocked it out of the park with the 250 GTO, which I don't have here, and. But yeah, Ron and I were partnered up on this particular team transport, and Ron is a huge Ferrari guy, and he did an incredible job on the 250 GTO as well that comes with this. So
I have been trying to figure out what I'm more excited about, and I think this hauler. It'll be nice to see it again. Hopefully, we do see it again in some capacity. I'm not even going to ask you if there's any plans because I don't know if we can even talk about it if there were. Right? So
I will say there's a very good chance that you'll see this again.
Fair enough. We will leave it at that. Okay. And so so moving on from the hauler, we decided to pair it with the Ferrari, and I think I had forgotten that you did this Ferrari. I don't think we were able to talk about it back when we had you on again.
I don't believe we did.
So talk us. We had Ferrari kind of like the Ferrari Blitz happened real quick. It was announced and they started rolling out really quickly.
Yeah.
3 basics. We had the F40 and the SF90, and then you did this one. So tell us a little. And obviously we have the first edition in red and then the recolor in yellow. I know, again, it's been out for a little bit. People have it in their collections, but anything you want to share about that casting?
Well, one of my favorite cars of all time, the Daytona, the 365 GTB4 Daytona, and this is the Competizione, I believe I'm saying that right, version, which has some cool details. It's got these fender flares that are kind of bolt-on. It's got some cool like aerodynamic fences along the hood and a few other details. It's got some strap downs on the hood and some other kind of competition-related detailing. It's got a nice chin spoiler, and we were able to get those headlights with the lenses, like the aero lenses on them.
I'm assuming that's part of the window, right?
It is, yes.
Window piece,
yeah, we were able to do that, and of course, with basic cars, coming from the premium world, basic cars are we're it's a little more challenging.
Sure.
We don't have as many parts to play with, but yeah, we were able to get some nice breakout of detail. Using our interior part, we get a grille, we get the window, windows making our headlights there. And we've also got these cool side exhaust that we were able to poke out underneath through the chassis there from the interior as well.
It's amazing that you're able to accomplish this in the in these basic models with the limitations are so great, but you're able to work through that and have that many brakes is amazing to me.
And they did a really nice job with the interior too. This has got a very classic kind of Italian Ferrari sort of tuck and roll seat upholstery with the kind of ribs and stuff on it, and it's got the sort of top vents in the dash, and they did a really nice job capturing those details too.
Yeah,
so,
I am such a fan.
Nice.
Yeah, it really is nice, and again, I'm glad you're able to talk through that. So you really did, even though the 250 GTO is Ron's, you could very much easily pair those two with the hauler as we did, right? It makes perfect sense.
Absolutely, and pretty much period correct.
Yeah.
The Daytona Competizione was around for a long time. I believe it started in 69, and had a good 10-year or so run with varying success. In sports car racing around
Sure.
the world. Did really well at Daytona, won its class at Daytona very late in its career, I believe, in about 78, 79.
Wow.
That time period.
Well,
so,
it's
had a long storied career, that car, and it's a Daytona. It's a stunningly beautiful car. Yeah.
All the Ferrari. I mean, it's like the palette that you guys can work from with the old Ferraris from that era is kind of exciting, actually. And then now you have a cool hauler you got cars you can pair them up with on the racetrack, and you got a cool hauler to haul them around. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I love that. All right, enough with outs already. Let's talk about what's coming out. And,
okay.
And I think since we're already on, we're talking about the basic Ferraris. You're dabbling in basic. You got anything you're working on right now, or anything that's coming out?
I do. Yeah. What do we got here? I've got. This is an original design.
And this is, I think, also out right now, or at least.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe it's out.
I think it is. Yeah.
I don't have Tiff here to say, hey, is this out yet?
I say this to every designer. I never ask a designer if it's out or not. They don't know.
Only Ron knows.
Yes.
Ron's really good.
Ron's the only one. Yeah.
But this is called Gone Mad. So sort of a Nomad-esque original design, and the design brief for this was like a 50s hot rodded wagon. So I took kind of a road racing approach to this. So it's got a lot of aero kind of details. It's got this heavy kind of splitter on the front.
Yeah.
Big spoiler in the back. Got fuel injected, our fuel injection intake, downdraft coming out of the hood there.
I was
side pipes.
I was looking at some of those details and trying to figure out everything that was going on with this model, but there's quite a bit.
Got a big sort of a radiator intercooler thing out the back, and that just gave me the excuse to open up the roof.
Yeah, you don't want to hide
put
that.
some detail in there. Yeah, so it's kind of fun. And these, you can sort of take details from all those different 50s cars. There's a little bit of 57 Chevy. There's a little bit of 57 Ford Ranchero, and there's a little bit of
picking up those vibes.
Various kind of things that went into this. So yeah, this was a real fun one.
Yeah, and I
really enjoyed it.
I can always tell when you talk to the designers and they bring up some of these original designs that they work on, and that passion tends to come out very quickly. Like, this is a really fun one. Yeah, you get having that creative license to just kind of go where you want to with this is pretty cool, and that's a really cool model.
Yeah, we're happy with it, and shout out to Andres, who did a really nice job with the deco. So there'd been a few cars in the line with this that Fraser calls like the mod series kind of thing, this sort of muted blue matte finish with gold accents. So Andres did sort of a side flame job on this.
That collection is forming well of these cars rolling out with this color. So it's nice to see this one, and it does fit with the other ones.
It's like an overall kind of like garage built modded kind of a feel that all these cars, a little Frankenstein-y thing going on.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So yeah, this fit right in.
That it really does. I should start putting those together. That'd be kind of fun. And then I'm keeping you on camera, but I'm looking over there. I see one other basic that you've got coming out. I don't know if we've seen this one yet.
I don't believe so. This is a 66 Tornado Custom.
Oh wow.
So this came up, and I said I'll be doing that car. Thank you very much, because I did own a 66 Tornado.
Oh, you did?
It's one of my favorite designs of all time. It's like a designer's design.
Yeah.
David North was the guy at GM that did the original design on this, and there's a lot of design cues and proportions and things that have been copied through the years.
What are some? Give me some examples on that. Go into your car nerdiness for a second. Walk us through it with this one. Just a couple at least.
Well, one thing that some of the Audi designers picked up on this was this very strong wheel well flare. So it's a completely round wheel opening, and then these prominent flares. So in plan view, the car is very straight, and the only thing that's poking out from the straight plan view are these very dominant flares. So that's something that you'll see on things like the Audi TT.
Oh, okay. I did not expect the Audi TT to be referenced. That when I
yeah,
asked you that question,
it's
that's very interesting.
Like I said, it's like a designer's car. These were called the meat cleavers. These sort of blades coming out of the front here, which you could never do on a modern car, of course.
Sure.
Because you might really hurt somebody if you hit them. But yeah, some fantastic details that we were able to get. It's got these really cool the pop-up headlamps, but there's a little vent detail above it. So even when the headlight's down, you still see an indication of the headlight there.
That's awesome.
The silhouette of the car is also just super cool, like long and low.
Yeah.
And then we did this as a kind of a tribute to the original 16 cars, where it's that classic Hot Wheels custom look, so no door cuts.
I didn't even notice that. You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the classic 5-spoke wheels, kind of shaved of a lot of trim, detail, badges. Yeah. We don't have any of that stuff.
You're playing pure silhouette on this.
Yeah, right.
That's really cool.
So yeah, kind of a little bit of a tribute and a nod to our original 68 cars.
Nice, I dig it. Yeah, cool. I love that we started the description as pulling into the design elements of the real car, and then we finished with all the design elements of the Hot Wheels, and so it's a cool combination to see that together in this casting. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's all comes together.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to premium.
Okay.
We're just going to go through all of your dabblings.
Okay.
And you've got, well, let's I'm looking at what you're looking at. Let's start with the 4Runner because the 4Runner, the RTR and the 4Runner, the RTR's out. We're looking at a second color of the RTR Mustang, right?
Yes.
And then, so if you want to talk through that casting, because I don't know if we had in the past, and then the 4Runner, I think we had an EP or something, I think, when we did it. So I don't think we have the finished product. So if there's anything else you want to add to that. But if there's anything you want to talk about, because this is the second RTR casting, I think, that's been done?
Yes. Yeah, and this one's even crazier. So, it's Von Gittin and the RTR racing drifting team.
Yeah.
And yeah, these cars just get more and more wild. So we did one back in 2015, maybe? Something like that. But this is the latest spec. This is called the Spec 5D, I think. Let's see if I got the name right. Yes, RTR Spec 5 FD. So FD is Formula Drift. So this is the Formula Drift spec.
Okay.
And it's a Mustang that's been punched out. To give a wide track, we've got the wide flares coming off it. The back of it is completely open, which you get airflow, and all your tire smoke and everything's going to flow out the back of this. It's got the backs of the fenders are opened up so that all that tire debris and smoke and all that stuff that's generated as you're going sideways gets distributed out. So yeah, it's just super cool stance this car has. And then Van did the deco on this, and this is all DIJ, and just amazing.
That's awesome.
And
this is the second version, right, of this?
Yeah, this is the second version, but it's got this awesome carbon fiber detail, and then all the sponsors. And these guys are really great to work with. They give us all the information we need to make these cars as accurate as we can.
That's great. Yeah, that's a really cool casting. It's nice to see the companion cars, right? The older one and the newer one being put together. So I think that's really cool. 4Runner. Let's see the finished 4Runner. Right? 4Runner. Yeah, yes. 4Runner.
Yep. So this is the second gen 4Runner.
And I think you talked through the casting before, and now we get to see it. I think Boulevard is where this is coming, right? Mm-hmm. And I think its release is imminent. So, yeah, this is one that surprisingly, it's surprising that it hasn't been done before, but it's perfect that it's coming out now. So
yeah, it came out so great.
It really did.
We got this chrome VUM.
That's what I was really noticing.
Kind of sandwiched in there. So We got all the grille detail we needed, and then we got these real nice fine fender chrome fender trim pieces.
It's amazing.
They
It
go all
looks
around,
so good. It's
and then,
chrome.
and then wraps, and you get the back the back bumper as well.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
And I do love the chrome trim as it wraps around the entire vehicle.
Yeah.
I think that's so great.
Super cool. Christina did a cool period deco, so it's got that kind of fade stripe. Pretty subtle.
Very Toyota-esque.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very period correct.
This was 90, what, is there a year on this one, on the casting?
This was 93.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It was early 90s is what I was
Yep.
thinking. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, and it really fits in with the other ones that have been coming out, right, with the Hot Wheels team. So.
Fun car, and then, 4Runners are so hot right now, especially the vintage ones. They're
it's great.
Everybody.
And you did this one, and I don't have it with me, but I guess, we saw, Brendan did talk about it, but your SR5 is coming out too in RLC as well, right?
Yes.
The Toyota.
Yep.
So that, and we've talked about that one in the past.
83, 82,
Yeah.
82. Gosh, I can't remember.
Oh, that's okay. I think it's 81.
81?
Yes.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
It's that generation, though. That generation went from like 81 to 85.
Yeah, I think that's what
and
it
this
was.
is the early one with the round headlights and everything.
So there we go. So we've got, even though we don't have it here to talk about, but it's that one's coming in RLC, and then we know that your 4Runner's coming. So we're getting some nice Toyota drops from you as well.
And then I did the Tacoma, the new Tacoma.
That's right. That was in Boulevard this year.
Yes.
In tan, or kind of a dark brown, or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're
with
getting
the
a
red
whole
interior.
Toyota collection from you.
Yes. More
Cool.
to come, maybe.
Oh, we like hints. We like hints. Okay, so that's coming, and then you've got two. Speaking of Toyota, you've got another one.
Yes.
Well, you are really doing the Toyotas, aren't you?
It's either Toyotas or BMWs.
It seems like it. You did that. We can tell people you did the lightweight BMW for RLC, which is one of my favorites of the year for sure. But we're not talking about BMWs. We're talking about Toyota. So talk about this one. This is coming in Japan Historics, whatever it is, 4 or 5. I can't remember what series it is, but this is also coming out very, very soon.
Yep. This is the 77 Celica RE28. So this is the liftback body style.
Yeah.
Which has a lot of subtle differences than the coupe version. Unfortunately, well, this is the JDM version, so it's got the nice skinny bumpers on it.
Yeah.
And the cool taillights that we didn't get in the States. We did get a version of this, but it had big, ugly bumpers, and I guess you could retrofit the bumpers, but anyway.
Sure. And it wasn't the taillight. I'm maybe making this up, but wasn't it having to do with they were too Mustang-esque, the taillights, and that's one of the reasons that they were changed in the U.S. Or do I have that right or wrong?
Well, there's definitely Mustang influence in the styling of this. This fastback with this big sail panel, and the taillight panel is very, very Mustang-esque.
Oh, for sure.
And the louvers, I had louvers on my '67 Mustang.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, it's cool.
I do like the louvers. Yeah.
But yeah, this is kind of a retro JDM setup. So we've got the the kind of Watanabe-esque JDM wheels on it. It's got the fender wing mirrors,
which always I like the look
JDM
of them.
style. This is kind of a subtle, the dark gray metallic.
I do like the color on this one.
Yeah, and of course the big chin spoiler.
Which you got to get with a Celica like that. Yeah, I love it.
So, I love it too. These are great.
I bet that was a fun one to do, and I have seen that the team has been rolling out these smaller wheels. Really, it seems like particularly for JDM, and it just has the right balance. I think these castings.
Yeah, I think if these don't work if the period JDM like the more classic JDM cars really work better with the smaller wheels.
Yeah. I agree. Well, that's fantastic. So we're running Ferraris, running Toyotas, a couple of originals, and then you do have one other before we get to the F1. One other premium that I'm excited to see.
Yes.
So that's coming in mix 1, the Toyota, and then this is coming in mix 2, if I remember correctly.
I believe you're correct. Yes.
In fact, I know I have it because we have the carded. I can maybe show the carded one, the images of the carded versions of these too, if we want to. So I think those are out too. So tell us about this awesome car.
So this is one of the awesome classic Group B rally cars.
Yeah.
So this is the Lancia Delta S4. and which was one of the last of the great Group B cars.
What year was this one?
This is 83,
Okay.
84.
Something like that, right?
And it sort of looks like a Lancia Delta, but those were 4-door cars. So this is kind of like they chopped it and cut it up and sort of put it back together so it resembled a production car, but tube frame underneath. And we've got the roll cage. We've got the exhaust. We've got some engine detailing happening in the back window there. So yeah, this is a mid-engine car. Purpose-built weapon. Basically.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. And you've really captured in this casting the chopped element of it. It really does look like this was built very purposely for racing.
Yeah, there's all kinds of vents and intercoolers and things popping and poking out, and whatever way they could get air into this thing, they were trying.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's sort of a brutal approach to a car. It's not a beautiful car, but it sure is cool. I think everybody just loves these Group B cars. This was a great era of motorsports that we're trying to pay tribute to.
And what I love is that this is the third of this, these launches. There's been, this would probably, this wouldn't be a good one to do as the first of the launches from that Hot Wheels has done, but it's surely perfect as the third, and you put them together with the Integrale and then
the 037.
The 037, yeah. And I think I'm wearing on my hat, right? Am I wearing 037?
You are, yes. There it is.
Yeah, there we go. And so putting these together in that, we'll call it a tribute livery, that's going to be a cool little trio that with this one coming out, that those will look really good together. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'll definitely do that once I get them and get my hands on them at home. So this one, more obscure compared to the other two, I would assume. Maybe not for the big racing nerds, but for me, and I, as the this is my education, right? Is learning these kind of things. And so when I see something like this, I'm instantly looking it up and working on learning exactly, the history of that, because back then that era of racing, I'm learning car by car, and I'm kind of relying on you guys to roll these out. So I learn as they go, and now I've already since I've seen this one, I'm getting really excited about putting these together with the other two. So that will be very cool to have.
These are great. We got the mud flaps.
Oh, I love it.
We got the huge cowcatcher spoiler on the front. It's
a great name.
Just some neat, and this is kind of a tarmac setup, so it sits pretty low. We've got the Aerodisc wheels on it.
That looks so good.
So this would have been like a tarmac or a gravel rally setup.
Yeah. Kicking it all up in the back, right?
Oh yeah. Crazy getting sideways.
For sure. Yeah, I love this. All right, so that leads us to the last little segue is, you are a racing guru. You are the F1 guru. We learned that in February when you introduced F1 for the first time. So you've got a little update for F1 for us.
Yeah. So this is the Mercedes team.
Good.
So we've got George Russell and Lewis Hamilton back here. So these are the last year's cars.
2024.
Yes, 2024. So of course, Mr. Hamilton has moved on to a certain Italian team,
which we're always wondering if there's a future there in Hot Wheels. But
we'll see.
I won't ask.
Oh, very possibly.
I won't ask.
But this is a great exercise of good rapport and cooperation with our licensor. In this case, both Formula One and Mercedes.
Yeah.
They gave us all the data to design this unique. Every team's got a unique.
Yeah, and I had asked
design.
You that when we did the showcase originally, when you were rolling out this line.
Yep.
But there are subtle differences from car to car, or at least team to team.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
And you were able to capture that in these premium lines. So so what we're seeing with this one with the Mercedes team, we're going to see some differences in the casting, not just obviously the deco, but in the casting compared to the other teams.
Correct.
And you were able to capture that.
Yes.
That's so great.
Yeah. And there's a few things you can pick up on. Every team has their little engine cover vents in a different place, and actually those can vary by race as well.
Really?
Whatever the conditions are.
Yeah.
If it's a hot race, they'll have more vents. If it's a cooler one, they'll have less because they don't want to expel as much heat.
Right.
Usually what we do with these is we sort of freeze them in time. So whenever we get the data from the team, whatever race that was is what we capture.
Got it.
So I don't recall offhand what race this one represents, but it's sort of a snapshot in time of what the spec of the car was at the time when Mercedes was able to get us the information that we needed.
And why not, right?
So yeah,
why not when
it's the latest,
changes,
it's the most up-to-date spec.
Yeah.
And Christina is my partner in crime on all these Formula One cars, and she's doing a killer job on these decos. And our DIJ process is well represented here. We've got all these logos of all their sponsors, and we've got this really cool silver fade from the nose back.
It looks so good.
Yeah, these came out so nice.
I'm a homer for this team, and as an IWC fan too. So I'm looking at all that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So this is the team that I'm always most interested to see rolled out, and they look great. They look so good.
Yeah, and even down to the deco on the helmet.
I was looking at that. Yeah,
there's deco 3. Well, not on the back, but all the way around the front. The front and sides of the helmet are decoed.
Yeah, they look so good. Yeah, I'm excited to have these. And that's not the only team that's in Mix 3, right?
That's not the only team. We've also got...
And it's nice to see these released as teams, too, to release the two together, right, in these mixes, which I think is great.
Yes.
Instead of breaking them up a little bit.
Yeah, we've always got, depending on the rollout, but we've always got both members of the team, and sometimes they throw an extra one in, in the mix. So this is the... Racing Bulls team, or V-Carb. Some people call it V-Carb. V-Carb is actually the name of the car. So that's Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, V-Carb for short.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's their sponsor. Yeah. So and they're you see that in the deco. But this is sort of the Red Bull Junior team is the Racing Bulls or V-Carb team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's our two.
So that makes sense. I really like, strictly from a Hot Wheels fan or Hot Wheels standpoint, like the colors on this one really pop. Like the details in this particular livery, it may not be, the iconic Red Bull livery or something, but this is a real showcase of what Christina's doing with your castings on these two. They really, really pop with all of the red and the blues, and it's a really cool. I really like these just looking at them. So
yeah, they look fantastic. And again, the detailing is all in that data that we get with our in our relationship and cooperation with the different teams. And if you compare it, to the Mercedes, you can see all those subtle differences in the contours of the body. And, it's a very tight rule book that they work with, but there are those subtle differences that each different team.
It must be really fun. I'm sure challenging, but also very fun to capture all of those changes or all those differences between the cars and the teams.
It's a lot of work to make sure we keep and capture those details too. So it's a lot of got to scrutinize and keep your eye on the details.
Yeah, these are great. They've been well received, and I understand you have them packaged as well.
Yes. Yep.
Good.
So this is what they look like in package. That's our Mercedes.
And I've noticed too, there are slight angle differences on the cars in the package too. I know that you're in charge of the models, but I do like there are some subtle changes in the packaging as well, which I've noticed. Now I don't have anything to compare them with the ones that have already been released, but yeah, you're getting good art on these cars. So it's nice to see them packaged.
And again, it's we're getting these directly from the teams, and obviously our packaging designers are making it producible
Yeah.
and working on the artwork. But yeah, these are the basis of these comes from the team. So yeah, there's a little bit of variation in the
That's cool.
in the art and the angle and that kind of stuff.
I do like that kind of independent approach to each team.
Yeah.
You know, we already talked about with the models, but it's reflected in the art too, which I think is cool.
Yeah, I'll show you the V-carbs
Yeah,
here
please.
too.
Yeah, see, they do. They sit a little bit different,
Yep.
which is interesting to me. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I've really liked the art on these. So,
Yeah, I think they look pretty cool.
yeah, they really, really do.
Oh, nice and punchy.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So, and you get the capture on that. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so we've got carded and we have loose to look forward to.
Yep.
Well, this is great. Rob, I always appreciate you giving us some time to talk about these things. And I mean, I know there's so much. I mean, the designers have been hinting that you guys are well into 2027 now planning. And so this is old news to you guys, new to us, right? And and I appreciate you sharing all that stuff with us. We're going to catch up with you again. I don't know what, when, and where, but I'll chase you down.
Okay.
And see what you're working on. You know, more F1, more. I mean, and with you dabbling, you never know what you'll have for us. So
I don't.
more
Yeah,
basics,
I don't know
more
either.
premiums.
Depends.
Yeah, but it's been fun, and I think if there's a theme with you, we're capturing a lot of like that current and vintage racing vibes from you,
Absolutely.
which I know is right in your wheelhouse.
That's my jam.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
perfect. So we will look forward to seeing what else you're working on.
Cool.
Rob, thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Bye.
Bye-bye.